Shocking Traoré's brutal new security measures after the assassination plot. Burkina Faso's military government says it has foiled yet another coup attempt. But this one was different. In April 2025, a man standing just inches from Captain Ibrahim Traoré was offered $5 million to pull the trigger. He didn't. He exposed the plot. And the president lived. But after that, everything changed. When a president learns that someone in his inner circle was nearly bought off, he doesn't just sleep with one eye open. He builds a fortress. Brick by brick. And in Traoré's case, that fortress came with flamethrowers on the walls. He didn't call a press conference. He didn't give a speech. Instead, he activated what insiders now call the lockdown doctrine. A sweeping overhaul of everything that surrounded him. People. Processes. Priorities. Loyalty now outranked seniority. Surveillance replaced tradition. The presidential guard once infiltrated was torn apart and rebuilt. New operatives were recruited. Histories were dug deep all the way back to tribal roots and school records. But Traoré knew. You don't need a gun to kill a revolution. All it takes is a whisper. So, he encrypted communications. Restricted phone access. Removed foreign consultants, especially those tied to embassies and NGOs. And then, he reactivated a forgotten agency. The Office of Internal Counterintelligence. Now, it didn't just spy on threats. It tracked political allegiances of everyone. Cabinet members. Police chiefs. Military commanders. If you couldn't be accounted for, you were reassigned. Or silenced. Then came his secret weapon. The Volunteers for the Defense of the Homeland. Originally trained to fight insurgents. They were restructured into a second layer of protection. Loyal. Young. Poor. And fiercely devoted to the man who gave them uniforms and purpose. Some were pulled from front lines. Others are placed near key government buildings. They became Traoré's eyes and ears. Behind the scenes, biometric surveillance rolled out under the guise of national registration. But sources say it now tracks flagged individuals, monitoring their every move, both physical and digital. To outsiders, this may look like dictatorship. But this is not Denmark. This is a nation where presidents disappear, not just lose elections. Where coups aren't theory, their routine. Traoré's rise hasn't been smooth. Between 2023 and 2024, there were 4 confirmed coup attempts. The first, led by loyalists to former leader Damiba. The second and third, by mid-level officers, angry about delayed salaries. The fourth, from inside the gendarmerie elite forces meant to protect the state. Each attempt made Traoré evolve. Because the enemy wasn't always holding a weapon. Sometimes they wore a uniform. Or a suit. Or a smile. So who wants him gone? Disgraced generals. Old political elites with deep pockets and deeper grudges. Or perhaps foreign powers. The streets of Ouagadougou have a saying now. La France est derrière, France is behind this. No proof. No statements. But France's footprint in the Sahel has collapsed, and Traoré. He's at the center of that collapse. Of course, France isn't alone. The US, cautious but interested, has watched its drone networks and influence shrink. Russia, on the other hand, quietly benefits. And then there are the networks. Private actors. Ex-generals. Investors. The ones who lose money when African nations take back control. That's why it wasn't just about killing a man. It was about killing a movement. But they failed. So now the question is Traoré safe? He's safer than before. But he is not safe. He has bought time. But time is not loyal. Each day brings more enemies. Officers denied promotions. Volunteers left unpaid. Allies who begin to doubt the mission. Loyalty corrodes in silence. Even with his walls high and guards loyal. One crack is all it takes. One look. One whisper. One moment of weakness. Because in Burkina Faso, fortresses don't save leaders. Momentum does. And if he loses that, no bullet will be needed. Do you think they'll try again? What would it take to bring Traoré down? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more deep dives into Black history, power, and truths the world doesn't talk about, hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. And stay tuned for the next chapter. Thanks for watching. Stay sharp. Stay proud. Stay free.